Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. I seem to be in a box.
Yeah, I forgot. So last time you were playing, you were like, "All right, I gotta go," and then you stood there for forever.
Did I really?
And like I built this while you were standing there. Even
Did I forget to
um,
log out?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you got AFK kicked because you stood there for so long, and then finally you disappeared.
That's weird.
But it gave me enough time to build that box, and I was like, okay, I'll just have to come back later to replace it with obsidian, and then I forgot. So I was gonna obsidian you in.
Yeah,
But
iron golems coming down here though.
yeah, there's quite a few iron golems here. So we need to work this out.
We need to get the killing room going upstairs, right?
Right, right.
So you need to guide us to lava, and we need to go bring back like a handful of buckets of lava that we'll need.
Basically, yeah. Um, I mean, I can go get the lava if you want to start working out.
Do you want to
How
just
this?
kill them right up there, or do you want
I
them
mean,
to fall all the way down here, and we'll kill them down here somehow?
it doesn't matter. No, here's fine. That way we can just walk up to them and see them.
Okay, I kind of want to build a box. We need to build a box the exact size of that one. I need to get the corners then.
Okay.
Of your box.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. However you want to do it.
I guess we could do it all contained because then we can actually bring this stuff down in some fashion, right? And then we can just falling in our sight line here.
My daughter brought a bunch of hoppers over, and she's like, "I'm gonna finish the." It's like, no.
She's like, you guys are too slow.
Basically, yeah. It's funny because like a video was waiting to see how this turned out before he built one, and that was like a month ago at this point. And the rate everyone's been playing, a month is like 10 years, basically.
Oh god, that's the wrong one. So you've never had to deal with the. Oh god, I forgot. I have to build up first to build down, huh?
Gotta get up to get down.
Well, because there's no way for me to put blocks underneath this thing, huh?
Oh yeah, I guess not. My daughter died over there. Honestly.
Water. I didn't even bring water with me to make it easy enough to do a water stream. So I can take that.
What were you gonna ask me though? I've never had a what?
Oh, you've never bought a house?
No.
You've got.
Well,
like,
I mean, I bought a trailer when I was in high school.
True. So it might be similar, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what you go through to buy that. If you bought it cash or if you went through like mortgage.
I definitely didn't buy it cash.
Just that the other. So we've been looking at buying a new house, bigger house with yard and things like that.
In DC still?
The DC area, like right around you, the DC. Like we're keeping our job, like somewhere commutable if we got it. So we wouldn't be going anywhere.
So is it still going to be like $1 million for 2 feet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely put in an offer today on something like ridiculously that we never thought we'd be buying, like spending on a house. But at the same time, it's just the way it works in DC, And the thing, my wife's a doctor and all, so we have, more money than the average person between our two jobs. We make quite good money. Some of these numbers seem astronomical to me.
Can you say the amount?
I can tell you that we put in an offer on a house today for over $1 million. And,
Jesus Christ. How many square feet is this?
Oh, it was like 4,000. It was actually like...
Okay, that's pretty big.
It was actually, a very big house, which is the only reason we were going as high as we were going with this one, because that's not what we want to spend by any stretch of the imagination. I will tell you, though, our pre-approval, they pre-approved us for like $2.2 million, and we were like, excuse me? Like, that does not seem like an accurate number. Like, you even show us what those estimated payments are. We can't afford those estimated payments, so why would you approve us for that?
I feel like we're heading towards another housing bubble. But anyways,
we absolutely might be. That's why people who just go to the max of their pre-approval, they might have a problem because I think they do pre-approve people for way more than, they can actually afford, which is why people get into this. The problem with that housing bubble. I almost just fell out of my water stream. That's why I sang housing bubble. Housing bubble.
Yeah, I was like, really?
But what I was going to talk about though is in the DC area right now. It is an absolute seller's market. Things are on the market for 3 to 5 days, and they're under contract.
So I was actually talking to a friend of mine kind of friends, semi-acquaintance, whatever. She works at the bank, and her husband is a real estate agent. And she was talking to me. I was at the bank dealing with some stuff, and she has a daughter that's my daughter's age. We were talking about that stuff, what we're doing, and everything for school this year. And so she was like, my husband's working really hard and all this. And I was like, oh, what's he do? And she said real estate. And I was like, oh, is that bad right now? And she's like, mm-mm. She's like, we never made so much money in our lives.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy for these agents, I'm sure.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to build this down into a box. I was wanting to be deep enough to have the golems be, but then still be able to play and get the lava knives and stuff.
Why is there water everywhere?
Oh, because I had to use a lava or a waterfall to start placing the blocks down.
You could have just built up, right?
I could have, but I didn't. So suck it up.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out this mess you're making.
I mean, I like to get dirty.
You certainly are. All right. So anyway, sorry. Continue your story.
So what is happening in this crazy, insane housing market that we are living in is the houses are going so fast. The the sellers basically have the ability to just be like, look, we're only going to entertain offers that don't have any contingencies. So no inspection contingency. If you don't like it, we're just not going to accept your offer. Because they're getting so many people to just give them offers without any contingencies whatsoever.
That's kind of shitty.
Oh, it's very shitty. But what happens is they suggest you get pre-inspections. So they'll allow you to get a pre-inspection. Which means before you put the offer in, you can pay for a fucking inspection. So they're having
how the hell do you even have time to do that? Because from my understanding is the listings are going as quick as they're being listed.
They can get these inspectors. I do not blame them at all. I'm not trying to talk down on the inspectors. They are opportunists. They're going to make it happen. You're going to pay them enough money, they'll make it happen.
Okay.
They'll get you an inspection in 12 hours to make sure that you have it. And we actually did get pre-inspection just yesterday or Sunday on the house that we put the offer in that we did not get. And the inspector was really good too. It's not like he did like a shitty job. Like he was really good.
You didn't get it because someone else outbid you or what?
Yeah, we just found out like an hour ago that we got outbid.
Wow.
On this thing. But and this is part of my frustration with this whole thing is so what's happening is when you get pre-inspections, we knew as of yesterday 3 other sets of people who were going to bid on the house had pre-inspections done. So you have on the same house and like a 2-day
That's such bullshit. Like, oh my God.
Because you can't share that information. So all these inspectors, 3
Why
different
can't
fucking
you?
inspectors, it's like you're not allowed to from the inspector's perspective. That's something I've known for a while. The inspectors can't share the information with other people. It's you pay for your own inspection. It's my inspection that I paid for.
Okay.
So these inspectors are making money hand over fist because they're like 3 different people coming out and inspecting the same fucking house in 3 days for 3 different.
I mean, you might call an inspector. And he's like, yeah, I got you. I'll inspect the house. He's already done it.
They do what they call walk-around inspections. At least that's what ours was. I walked with him and he went and pointed things out to me as he saw them.
I see.
So there wasn't like you didn't get an inspection report like you normally would get for a full-fledged inspection. It's literally we have an hour. We walk around and I will show you all the things that I see that may or may not be a problem with this property.
I see.
So, but while all this is going on, they're just, it's kind of funny because they're just like, we suggest you get pre-inspections instead of giving you time to actually do a real inspection, like with your offer, so that only one person's paying for an inspection here. All these people are paying for inspections that they're not going to use. So now I'm wasting all this money to put in an offer on a house that we're not going to get because, we have to pay for.
What's the inspection cost?
It was $250.
Okay.
So
that's not cheap.
No, not cheap. Not terrible, but not cheap.
Yeah, but I mean,
for a house
4 houses. You look at 4 houses, you're already down $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. And the bigger problem is when we started talking and said we have a buddy who does loans and stuff. So he called one of his real estate buddies up and was like, hey, friends of mine are looking at this particular house. Give me the scoop on it. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, apparently it was very well known that this house was listed at over 100,000 less than what it was going to go for. Over 100,000 less to get interest in the market. Apparently that works.
It sounds like they don't even need to do that.
Well, and that's the thing. All you do is then you get people who go in there and are going to put an offer in for what you asked or even way higher than what you asked, but it's not what you're expecting. You're going to pay for an inspection, yet still it's going to be way out of your price range. It's like bullshit, in my opinion, that this is even, a thing. So what they want then is, like I said, all these no inspections. They don't want any contingencies. They have no contingencies whatsoever. Like, they actually called us back today and said, we really suggest, if you want a chance at this, basically the realtors were talking to each other, are the one representing us and the one representing the seller. It's like, we have a lot of offers on this property. Basically, we looked at your offer, and you're going to need to come up with your escalation clause if you want a chance, and we suggest you lose all the contingencies, which was even a contingency on financing. And what that meant was, if we couldn't secure financing, even though we were pre-approved, but if something happened, we still somehow are on the hook for the house.
What the hell?
So they wanted that contingency removed as well. Which,
that doesn't even make any sense. How are you supposed to get it if you can't finance it?
And then they said, oh, by the way, the owners are still looking for a house. They will need to stay in the property for at least 30 to 45 days after closing, whenever that is. They really are looking for, like, a break on rent and a free stay for
this is absurd. You're making shit up at this point.
I am not making this shit up. And it was just like, wait a minute here. You're telling me, oh, my mic's falling down. You're telling me you don't want me to have contingencies that take longer. Yeah, you're going to be there for another month and a half after closing. Yeah, you have these contingencies, and you're advertising the house knowingly that much lower, and are telling us that our significantly over list price offers are not even close to basically what you're looking for. And then we get the call tonight that, okay, you guys didn't get the house. Somebody else did. Apparently we were close. We were probably second because they asked us if we wanted to be the backup offer. Apparently it's a thing. You can really sign yourself into a backup offer, which makes it so that if something falls through with their offer, you automatically are already, like, you are now, you're under contract with them. Like, you don't have to, you're not waiting for it. Like, if we were the backup offer, we would be under contract if something went wrong. However, that means you can't put on...
Yeah, it doesn't, you can't put shit on another house.
Put shit on another house until the closing's done, or unless we cancel.
And those people are going to be living there for months, so, well, like, that, who knows?
And I kept telling our agent, I said, I don't understand this. You're telling me we can be a backup offer, but you're saying that the offer that they chose was one with zero contingencies and higher money. From, as you explained to us earlier, there's no contingencies on anything, which means no matter what happens at this point, that offer's been accepted. They are on the hook for this house. So when would a backup ever? How can it fall through when
that's true,
you
right? Yeah, you consider that.
All contingencies are gone? And she says, "Well, you just never know what's going to happen." I said, "That doesn't make sense. It doesn't physically make any sense that we can sit there as a backup for something you're telling me is impossible to fall through because they are now legally obligated because they made them remove all contingencies."
Yeah, that's insane. That's
and yes,
crazy.
for those asking. She did tell us that the offer, she couldn't tell us the price of it, but it was higher price point than we had. I put ice in my mouth, whatever. Higher price point than we had with no contingencies as well. So, no, that's no contingencies.
Wild.
I the whole process is making me so angry and frustrated. Like, I understand being in a, a quote unquote, a buyer's market. I get it. I get what that means.
Wait, isn't it a seller's market, not a buyer's market?
Or seller's market. That's what I meant, a seller's market. But I just don't know, like, I don't know, it just makes me angry. By the way, I need some assistance when you get a chance.
What do you need assistance with, buddy?
we need to make this smaller, and I'm trying to think of the best way to do it.
Because
a lava knife can only stick out like one block, right? Unless I put a bunch of stacked signs. I guess we could stack signs. That might work. Hold on. I need more wood. Can you bring me wood?
Yeah. I don't understand why COVID. I mean, I understand interest rates are lower. Is that just
dude?
Why
our interest rate that we got approved for was fucking insanely low. Like I was like, holy shit, we need to close in the house.
I mean,
immediately.
I'm kind of under the thought process that I don't know, like I'd be scared to commit right now. I mean, I guess you guys have job security, but I feel like
scared of commitment, dude.
Right now I am. I mean, I just feel like there's not a lot of security in people's incomes right now. And like I said, I guess you guys as doctors and nurses have job security, but I could totally see refinancing if you already have something and get that lower interest rate, but I'd be scared for to add new finance on my, and with just the uncertainty of the world right now.
I will tell you, I'm just scared of the numbers in general that we're looking at because they're pretty high. So I understand where you're coming from with it, being scared of that commitment, sure, but I mean it's something we're just gonna have to.
Sure.
We have to do in our situation. So I'm gonna just leave this here.
I guess you don't have to. You do
Oh,
have a house.
well, we don't have to. So
but-
basically, we already decided. We already have plans to get like the plans all like drawn up, architecture plans. We just need to go get permitted at this point to have an addition put on our house.
Right. I remember you talking about that.
And so we have to do that, but we really want a yard is the thing. We want some
Right.
space that we.
Oh, with kids, that makes sense.
Right, and that's what we're really trying to do. So, yeah, it's just so we potentially need to move somewhere. I don't know. The whole thing just is makes me so frustrated because I mean I feel like we're just getting dicked around the whole time.
Here you go.
Oh, there you go. I think is lava flow 4 or 5? Do you have a bucket of lava on you?
I think it flows. Hold on. I do have a bucket of lava.
Okay. I don't know if that's one too far. Oh, I guess we don't want it that way though. Hold on, I did this completely wrong. If we do, don't need it that far. If I'm doing signs across, they're gonna go across the signs.
Yeah, I think it's 5 though. So I think it's right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I don't want it to just come in one. I need it to
Why
come
not?
basically all the way across because look how big this pit is. If we just
Well,
did
push
the
them
outside
there. Push them
ring-
this way with water.
I guess we could do that. Oh yeah, you know what? That'll work. That'll work. Instead of doing a big sign thing, I don't need a sign thing then. I need more water though. You don't have a bucket of water I need to do it so I can make
I do not have a bucket of water.
Shoot.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I do still
There's
need,
those.
Okay. I do still need my signs for just the initial. Yeah. It's a pain in the
Let me
ass.
tell you what I've been dealing with. So this is not as drastic as your situation at all. But I decided the other day that I wanted to network my whole house. Put network in every room basically.
Okay.
So I bought a switch and stuff, and I bought a bunch of Cat 6 cable to wire up everything. And I thought, I can do this myself, and I can. The biggest
you physically know how connections work.
right. The things I don't want to do. The number one thing I don't want to do is go underneath my house. I don't want to get in the crawl space. There's spiders down there, and I just don't want to do it. This is one of those situations, kind of like mowing my grass. I'd rather throw money at it than me do it. So I was like, if I get this stuff, when I first bought it, I was thinking I would do it. And then after I got it, I was like, I at least need some help.
Oh
What's
no,
happening?
I'm gonna die.
No, don't die.
No, I accidentally hit the iron golem trying to hit the ground, and he attacked me. But luckily, I have the water down there, so it pushed him out of the way, and I'm
Gosh.
safe.
Yeah, they hit hard.
But he is, he is not happy, man. I'm gonna make him fall down though.
I don't have any more lava for this boy.
Any more lava? For...
So, anyways, to kill the man that you're about to drop down.
Come on, man. He won't push off the edge. He's like, oh, there he goes. I was gonna say, he fighting it.
We go get more lava. So yeah, I got all the stuff finally in the mail, and the main reason why I'm doing this is like my dining room table right now has got my daughter's computer on it, and I want to get network in her room. I also would like to have network because my Wi-Fi doesn't reach my Wi-Fi. It doesn't reach my my bedroom very well. You have to like hold your phone a certain way to get it to connect. So both those things I just kind of want to correct. And also like I have the whole Lego setup. I tell you, I bit the bullet and bought C920s for $150 each basically.
No, wait, I thought you were gonna sell yours.
No, I was never gonna sell mine.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna
Christ.
sell them and wait until after.
No,
the
I may have joked that I might as well sell them because they were for so much or whatever. But no, I've been checking every day. Every day I go check all the different sites and see if anyone's got any in stock and what the prices are. And they actually went down. They didn't go down to what they should be. They went down from 150 to 125. And so I bought 4 of them at $125 each. And hated every minute of it. But so anyways, I've had all these Lego sets for so long, and I just want to do these Lego streams, and I'm tired of waiting, and I've been making more money lately. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna invest it back and get this shit finally. So I bought the C920s and everything. So that's another reason why I need network in other rooms where the Lego stuff's gonna happen. So I got all the stuff, and my problem is not only now do I not want to climb underneath my house, but I want to make sure the hole I drill in the floor here and in every room is done in a way that like things aren't coming through it, other than the cable.
Okay.
So I kind of just decided, you know what, I should just hire a professional to do this. So
It's not called doing it yourself.
no, it's not.
I mean, just so
I said
we're
I
clear.
could. I said I could do it myself, but I don't wanna. So today I spent the day calling people that say they do this, and no one will do this. I called every electrician in the book, and all of them were like, "Oh man, we're so busy right now, we ain't got time for that." And then I started calling these.
You definitely don't need an electrician.
No, I know I don't need an electrician. That they weren't who I called first. I first looked up low power or low voltage wiring, which is basically what network cable is.
Go to Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Fiverr's that place where you can basically put like, I need this job done, and people will be like,
Oh.
I'll pay this, or I'll take this much for it, and you can be like, deal.
I don't think anyone's gonna take it. You've made a mess, Jeff.
It's just water. Just water, man.
Oh, it's getting worse, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I'm putting more water in it.
Oh my god, it's awful.
Well, we need to do so. We need to put hoppers up here to collect our stuff.
That's true. We gotta make some hoppers. So yeah, I called all the low voltage
Yeah, I should
people.
let
and
you
they're
do the
just,
hoppers first. Do you have hoppers at the ready?
I'm going to making them now.
Okay, yeah, because we'll need the hoppers before I put this lava in here. I just realized.
Yeah. But anyways, no one will do it. I called every handyman in the book. He's like, I called one guy, and I was like, you open to take jobs? Like, yeah, I'll do any job. And I'm like, all right, so listen, here's what I need done. He's like, no, I don't want to get underneath the house, man. I'm good.
Wait, people don't want to get under the house?
Yeah. It's not worth their time. I got so much other jobs, man. I can take other jobs and make more money. They ain't so dirty and messy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I literally can't find anyone to do this job for me.
Well, it looks like you'll have to do it yourself.
That's the thing. I don't think I can technically do it all by myself. I mean, I probably could. It's going to be really hard. It'd be a lot of going in the house, seeing where the cable's at, going back underneath the house to like pass it through and stuff. Like I'd have to like make like a little rod or something to drop the thing down with, and then pull the cord back up. Like it's really a 2-person job.
How big's your crawl space? Just have Cone Dodger come over.
Well, I've tried. Because when I first did the kitchen setup, I was like, "Hey man, can you come help me wire this?" And he's like, "I don't want to get underneath your house."
What does it with people not want to go in the house?
I don't want to get underneath the house. There are spiders.
Who cares about spiders? How small is it?
It's not that small. On one end, it's you can stand up almost.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you guys?
On the smallest end, you're definitely crawling. It's probably like 3 feet.
But you can almost stand up on one side?
Yeah, on one side you can definitely almost stand up. But then on how many of these do you need, hoppers?
The way it's set up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 minimum to push them into a chest.
Okay. I thought it was 5 wide.
It is, but we could do 4 that goes into a chest at the end, or we could do 5 that goes down into a chest. And that's probably the better way to do it.
Okay.
I guess in theory, yeah, we have to make this thing like super expandable, right?
The reason why I wanted to do this at the ground was so we could just walk up to the chest and take the stuff out. Now they're just going to be up here in the damn sky.
That is true, but you know, it's too late, I guess. I mean, we could just.
Well, how the fuck are we supposed to get the stuff out of the chest?
We could move it down to the ground now if you want, but then we have to. We're gonna hopefully getting enough iron that it's got to be collected and like, do we have to have the hoppers taking them down, 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 so it has more room to fill up chests, right? So the
Oh my
chest that we
God.
access from should be on the ground, but we should have like 13 chests above it that are full of iron. Right?
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Sure.
Are you saying it doesn't make sense?
I'm accepting what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree.
There you go. Now, once we get these, I can put in the lava blade, and we should essentially be finished. I need to get up. Ugh. Tell me when you're done or when you're not coming
I
back
can't
up.
place this fucking thing.
Is it because it's Golem?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this Golem's in the way. Let me,
He shouldn't be. Isn't he standing up here?
I mean, yeah. Wait. Well, he might be sinking down a little bit in the water, though. Can you place it now?
No.
Is it this Golem now? There, place it now. Oh, you got that one. And there is another spot under him. Yeah.
This block broke. Break that block.
Okay. Now, if you want to vacate, I gotta put the lava there.
Try to decide how to get down.
Whoop.
You trying to kill me?
Oh God. You made me try to tell. I'm gonna be one lava bucket short now because I accidentally put two in the same spot because I went to recollect the other lava bucket after I was switching. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Do you have another lava bucket?
I do.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't you have
Hold
a?
on. Let me kill this guy.
I was saying, don't you have a an elytra?
No. I have an elytra, but I don't have any fireworks.
Oh.
Give me a second to kill this golem, then I'll pull her up there and give it to you. So yeah, I just don't know, man. It's an impossible task that I'm gonna have to do myself, I guess, because no one will do it for me.
I just can't believe how you won't do it either. Oh no!
I mean,
so lava only flows 4.
Huh. Okay, we'll just put down some blocks here.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you understand having a fear of something?
Sure. I find it hard to believe that so many people, including all these professionals you called, have the same fear.
I don't know what their problem is. Basically, what it seems like, it's kind of like your whole housing market situation. They have so many other jobs, they can turn down the ones that don't sound like they're any fun.
They're like, yeah, we slightly don't like going underground, so
yeah.
Kind of wish this was glass so I could make sure everything was working right. But it looks like it's working. Sounded like it's working right.
Sounded pretty good. Why is there no golems, though?
There was 4 of them inside there. There's probably still a bunch on the ground here, or did you kill them all?
No, I killed them all.
Oh, I don't know. Uh-oh. I'm going to take a risk here.
Risk taker Jeff, everybody.
Do I have my armor? I do. Ah! Gotta clean this up a little bit, but it exists and it's functional. Yeah, you killed all those golems though, so why aren't there a billion other golems spawning all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
We probably should do the size of this in glass. Do you have a bunch of sand somewhere or not?
No.
I'll have to go find a sand.
Oh, there's one dying.
To make it look prettier. Yeah, but think, like right now there's only one chest right here. You don't want just one chest filled with iron, right? And that's
I mean, yeah, no, I know what you're saying. We can bring it down. It's just, it didn't have to be this way.
Didn't have to be this way. We could make it a really cool bring it down. You could do like minecart hoppers that go and like when the thing hits a switch, a minecart goes up every time there's more in there and picks up the iron and brings it down just for aesthetic coolness.
Uh-huh.
You don't believe me?
I believe that it's possible.
You just don't think it'd be aesthetic coolness?
I'm not sold on the aesthetic coolness.
Well, I guess we have different interpretations of coolness in the aesthetic sense.
So we're at 13 iron already. This is better than the last farm already.
You mean the last farm in its entirety?
Right. Yeah,
The
yeah. The entire
entirety of
time
the
the other one
server.
existed, this one is already past it.
Now, did we find out that for sure it's a bug?
What's a bug?
That there were so many spawning, or is it just that we made it so superbly efficient?
Yeah, it's probably that.
Should we go start breeding the villagers just to get even more superbly efficient?
Yeah, probably. But we'll have to do that in the next episode.
All right, folks.
See you next time.
See ya.